Hello everyone, I am Renowned Zero, and today it seems we got more clips to react to from Mr. Airrick Debunks, who claims that you should stop platforming bigots. It's finally that time, he's finally given up. Let's go ahead and listen to what he has to say. Here we go, right through it.
So comments like this tell me that I made...
So the comment says, so you don't want to react to their videos, so you haven't watched the videos but know exactly what they say. Go cry more.
the right decision by no longer platforming and giving voices to these bigoted channels, to
the bigoted channels. Eric July, Ryan Kinel, Geeks and Gamers, Erotic, those types of channels is what he's referring to. They're not bigoted channels, they're just channels you disagree with in what they're saying.
homophobic channels, these transphobic channels.
To him, they're transphobic because they're calling out a protect trans kids flag in a Spider-Verse movie. That's what he considers transphobia. No one's scared of trans people, no one's scared of gay people. Sorry to tell you that, but that's the reality.
By not giving them voices on my platform, I made the right decision. I've come to the conclusion that these channels, even though they want to act like they don't, they need us to help amplify their rhetoric.
They really don't need you at all. They get a lot more views, they make a lot more money, they're a lot more successful. Y'all are the ones that need to bite at the ankles and grift off of them in order to even sort of be relevant, but not really. You're not really relevant at all. I'm not relevant in any way, but I love making fun of you. I love calling out your nonsense to a bunch of bullshit lies that you like to put out against other content creators who are a lot more successful than you, and you haven't figured out why, in fact, they have an audience.
I don't mean to stop talking about them. Still, definitely call them out and use clips when you need to, but stop reacting to their videos.
Yeah, stop reacting to their videos, guys.
They already know what they're doing is bigoted.
They already know what they're doing is putting out their opinions. It's opinions you don't like.
So there's nothing that we can do to change their minds about what they're saying in their videos.
Of course not, because they know exactly what to say, because all they're really doing is giving their opinions based on stuff that they're looking at.
Because they're not working on morality or ethics. They are doing this.
They've got a lot more morality than you do, buddy. Considering that you are surrounded by literally people who have no morals or ethics. You are surrounded by people who call a black man named Eric July racist words. Somehow, the people that you dislike don't have the morals or ethics, yet you hang around with people who are openly okay with calling a black man for being a successful YouTuber and comic creator a bunch of racial slurs. But somehow, y'all are the ones that have morals and ethics.
To make money. That's it. That's the only reason.
Well, yeah, it's a job. I'm pretty sure you're doing YouTube as well because it's revenue. Wow, what a concept.
They're doing it. There's no detriment or benefit to what they're talking about. They're simply stirring the pot and making money.
Their benefit is by telling people how shit certain things are, they stop other people from wasting their money and giving their money to corporations that don't care about them or don't go with the same beliefs that they do. It's called a boycott. It's not called cancel culture like you would think. It's called a boycott. Because they're basically speaking with their wallets and not watching garbage Disney movies or garbage Marvel movies. And again, you can like the movies. You can like them. Doesn't mean everybody else has to agree with you. Some people could like a movie, and some people could not like the movie. It could be the same movie, but you don't want to live in that world. You want to live in an NPC-filled bot farm or bot world that you live in.
Off of outrage clicks. So yes, I will continue to call them out, but I owe them nothing on my platform.
They don't owe you anything, except maybe your livelihood, because you literally started a second channel just to call out supposed grifters and bigots and racists and whatever other buzzwords you want to use.
And I refuse to be part of that cycle.
I refuse to be part of that cycle, he says. And yet, here he is making a brand new short about Ryan Kinel, using another clip from Ryan Kinel's video.
several months, Disney has been dealing with nothing but backlash when it comes to The Little Mermaid.
And that's mostly been your channel, right? I mean,
No, it's mostly been the little girls who aren't brainwashed by their parents to just see race, by all the people who disliked all the trailers, because apparently only white supremes and racists dislike Little Mermaid trailers, apparently, according to people like you. People just can't dislike something without you putting race into being the factor of why they disliked the video.
you've made like 30 plus videos about Little Mermaid now.
Wow, he's keeping count over how many videos Ryan Kinel has done on The Little Mermaid. You are indeed a psychopath, and you are indeed a stalker. I don't sit here and count how many videos you make about Airrick July or any of these other channels you continue to complain about. I just like to make fun of you because it's fun.
Look, here's the deal. This looks like it's tracking to be, I think, the fourth highest movie in terms of sales for Memorial Day weekend ever.
Who cares? That doesn't mean it's a good film. Just because something makes a lot of money doesn't mean it's a good film. And also, again, I've already said, people could pay to see a film and not like it. People could give an opinion that they liked it. There are people that like a film and there are people that don't like a film. It's not really determined how great a film is based upon someone's opinion of a film.
I think last time I checked, they're thinking like 125 million, something along those lines.
Yeah, and currently it's only recorded about 48 million domestically and 550,000 internationally so far, as you will see here. 38 million domestic, 550,000 international. This is China, by the way. This 550,000 is China, as you will see right here. And I'll even refresh it just to see. Okay, so it has come in worldwide 168 million worldwide. As of me refreshing, as you all see, is refreshed, right? And this is what it is right now, right? So currently tracking on that 125 million is currently sitting at a 163.8 million right now. Now, opening weekend so far has been 95.5 million domestic. It's a 58.3% share, but it has a production budget of 250 million. So right now it's not even come close to breaking even. It needs probably, I would say probably about 500 million to break even, and right now this is what it is right now. I'm not the biggest guy with these box office numbers. I just wanted to show this for reference to what he's talking about. But let's continue.
I think it's going to be just fine.
I'm sure it is. Most Disney remakes seem to do just fine at the box office. However, I feel like this might be one of the lower films, because as you saw with both Lightyear and Strange World, they both lost money. So I feel like this will be more on the lower end of the remakes, the highest one being The Lion King. So we'll have to see.
It's going to be just fine. I don't think the ratings or the score is going to affect it really. As of recording this video, the movie is sitting at like 67% critic score and like...
Oh yes, the amazing critics over at Rotten Tomatoes giving it a 69, right? A 60. It's actually at a 67. Well, when he recorded it, a 69. So all critics, right, say it's a 67, but if you click over the top critics, it's actually a 46%. Same thing with the audience. They'll say the verified audience is at a 95, but when you click over to all audience, it's actually at a 54. Because it's funny that they don't want to show you that over here. When you go over to Rotten Tomatoes, they don't want to show you those low scores. They want you to think people actually give a shit about this movie. When top critics give a shit about this movie, which they don't. And even some of the verified audience says the movie is terrible. So, if we go into it real quick. Here, verified, we'll go down. We'll show you a few verified that also did. And even if you read some of these, I loved it so much. Whoever is a big Little Mermaid fan would absolutely love it, and you will not be disappointed. They didn't really say anything about the film. It's pretty okay. Didn't finish the whole movie because my daughter thought it was boring. 3.5 stars. So again, you have to really search through these reviews, and it's a little long, but we enjoyed it. 4 stars. So again, a lot of these reviews aren't really telling you anything about this movie. As more and more of these come in, they're not really telling you much about the movie. You even got people talking about, I love how the inclusivity was covered without explanation, because if you watch for the right reason, you just get it. So inclusivity is the important part of the film according to this person. I'm just looking here. So here, I didn't like it. Songs were different. Ariel should have had red hair. There's a part of the movie she isn't supposed to have a voice, and they show her singing. I honestly didn't like it. I expected something real pretty like the real actual Little Mermaid. So it's not like you have to look very hard for these. Worst character arrangement in history. So you have to, here, not what I was expecting. It was cute, and I liked Prince Airrick's song, but I didn't like the ending. I don't understand why every Disney movie needs to change the roles of who's being saved. I loved it the original way. The movie wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. The live action Beauty and the Beast and Cinderella set the bar really high for love actions. Because what happened, and not like anyone really cares about this, right? It was, according to what Brittany Martinez here is saying, in The Little Mermaid remake, instead of Prince Airrick being the ultimate badass who saves the princess and slays Ursula, he's tangled up in ropes, while Ariel saves them both. So they effectively changed the original ending of The Little Mermaid to, I don't need no man, I can do it myself, I can save myself, I can save the big strong man who's supposed to save me at the end of this movie.
95% fan score.
Again, I'll show it to you. Like I said, they show you, right? They show you right off the bat 95%, but they're clearly hiding the trash 54% for audience and the trash 47% according to top critics, which he fails to tell you about because it wouldn't fit the narrative.
So you won't use any of those because you'll just say they're paid critics and shills.
You won't use it either because you're just saying a bunch of nonsense about 95%. Meanwhile, you didn't show the full audience score.
So I'm curious to how
So it's the exact same thing.
you guys are going to spin this one. If this movie goes on to make the numbers that are expected to be made, that's a pretty solid opening weekend for a movie that's going to have legs. I mean, she's a mermaid, but the movie would have legs.
I don't feel like the movie will have legs, but maybe it will. Who's to say?
So you'll find another way to attack it yet again. Because
Yes, they'll attack it by saying still needs to set this amount of money to break even or it will lose money. That's typically how it goes. It depends on the drop-off of the second weekend. So again, it has an extra day including previews to make more money. They specifically, I can tell you right now, more than likely Disney placed it on Memorial Weekend so the movie would have more legs. But it, again, all depends on the second weekend drop-off, as usual with any movie.
because it's going to go against the narrative that you have, that it's awful.
Several months, Disney.
So even people in his comments here, are people still talking about that? Most of the people I know collectively agree that the live-action remakes are a waste of time and soulless cash grabs, which they are. However, it's just a kids movie, right? That parents will take their kids to. They'll see this, right? And they'll figure that, it's just like the original, except it's a piece of hot garbage when you got terrible Awkwafina making terrible rapping, and you got them essentially changing the whole plot of The Little Mermaid to make it so, of course, the woman saves the man at the end of the film. Because that's what Disney does. It's women can't be saved by men anymore. Men are bad dads and blah, blah, blah. Because that's exactly what they did with, they're going to do with Indiana Jones. They're going to make Indiana Jones a bad dad. And it'll be the hero. The woman is the key to everything and the hero in the story. But that's all I got for this video today, guys. Thank you all for checking it out. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, and returning viewers. If you do like this video, hit that like button. Comment below what your feelings about all this are. Subscribe for more content. Hit the bell for notifications. Set the bell to all that we get notifications anytime I post a new video. And I will see you all on the next one. Peace.